Mhm. Wonderful friends, welcome you all. So delightful it is with you to be every day, and the text and subject which we are studying is so sublime, so beautiful. Tough, though tough, if you try and are able to slowly catch the knowledge that is given, our life is made. Slowly we are out of all bondages. The truth is revealed here of the reality. Truth about the everything other than the reality is revealed. See, by zooming three lives of that Jiva, everything is taught to us. The Jiva is Brahmana, Vaashishtha, same he is. Padma Raja, same he is. Viduratha Raja. Jiva only transmigrating as per his own sankalpas, kamanas, karmas, backed by vasanas, samskaras. You see his life, that's how is the bondage. Like that, how many lives he had gone through before, not needed to be listed. We are wise, we can understand. Any number of lives, they will be only this. है ना? The Satoguna Brahmana Jivana, the Rajoguna Padma Jivana, Satoguna but also Yuddhadi in that Viduratha Jivana. युद्ध होगा सुख भोग होंगे ज्ञान होगा यही होगा ना तीनों गुणों से any number of lives we take in animal yoni it's only tamoguna little rajo for sustenance sattva is very less that's it then afterwards if he had not realized his essential self continued to be jiva how many lives he would have gone through various types like this. Somehow, kindness of Rama or Vasishtha, that Raja Viduratha's Raja royal lives are depicted. Who knows he was a dog or donkey or anything he can be. And by saying that, showing the example of Raja as Raja Viduratha, we are also living a Raja royal life as a human. Human life is a royal life. Why don't you realize the self here and get liberated? At least try to realize, start doing sadhana to convey that to us, to move on to the moksha marga. There are all these shastras, satsangas, guru upadeshas, etc. There's no other way. If there was been other way, that way our rishis munis have told. They looked into every way. Then they taught us the way. Can our intellects grasp it? Can our ego's minds surrender to this intellect's understanding and say, "O intellect, we are with you. Let us together exclusively walk spiritual path." है ना? Can we bring our mind and senses to say, "Okay, we also will not ask you for any outer grazings. We will also be with you." Bhadram karnevihi shunayama. The ears are saying, Bhadram Pashyema Akshavihi, the eyes are saying, Sthiraihi Angaihi Tushtuvam Sahatanubihi Devahitam Yadayuhu Pashema. The whole limbs are saying, can we convert ourselves or transform ourselves or mature ourselves into this understanding? That's the outcome of all the Shastra Adhyana, particularly this Shastra. Remember, the saint of all saints says Vasishthaji himself. To the best of the avatara Rama, he is teaching. So to the Devata of the knowledge, Dyapti Devi, Saraswati Mata only teaching these things. What more authority we need? Isn't it? Therefore, pay more attention. Be more regular. Try to catch the main points. Try to absorb them. Live them. What is that the whole thing to be absorbed? Each of us as a jiva in our imaginary projected world we are living. The whole gross world is. grossification of our subtle projected world. And it is full of changes, modifications, deaths, diseases, pains, and pangs. Want to continue? Continue. Want to get out of it? Realize you are Chidakasha. See, from the beginning, if this was the education given to us, and in the prime time between the age of 20 to 50, when we have done only this sadhana, है ना? By that age, we would have been known the reality. Thereafter, the body, the diseases, all of that, they are not mine. They belong to the body. I only witness. How easy it would have been. Whole life we lived as they host me, they host me. And suddenly at the old age, I want to remain as Sakshi and all. How will it happen? But still we have to try that only, because that's the only solution. In fact, when we are terribly suffering physical pains, that is the biggest, what you call, test you can say, given by the Lord of our knowledge gained. Isn't it? We gain the knowledge that there is substratum, there is Brahman, and I am that. In that there is nothing happening. Whatever is happening is in the projected upadhis. Remain witness to that. Say it is not to me, it is to the Deha. Keep on saying, little, at least it is reduced. Now, with Vedanta hearing so much, we ourselves are suffering so much. What to talk about the other jivas? We don't know even this, a wee bit of this knowledge. How much must be their suffering? Okay, whether they suffer or we suffer, it's all because of the kalpita upadhi tadatmya. That's it. And then in this Leelopakhyanam, everything, including Mother Saraswati, also expression of reality. Reality is beyond name and form. Therefore, even though she is a Devata, even though she is giving knowledge, but she is also the part of Dvaita Jagat only. Part of, therefore, Mithya, but Vidya Maya, useful. We have to use her because we have to do sadhana. As a Vidya Maya, we have to transcend her also because our goal is the Adhisthana Brahma. ब्रह्म में कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए to realize it. Once you realize it, then again, like Saraswati Mata is at the Upadhi level, playing the play that she has invited, worshipped, she came, now she has blessed Leela as if she has no other work at all. She is taking Leela to all the worlds and showing her everything. Like our gurus, as if they have nothing to do, they come and give Upadesha on Gita Upanishads. कोई जरूरत ही नहीं उनको ही, they can just revel in themselves. But at the Upadhi level, they do all this, knowing that they are not bound. It's all happening only in the Prakriti. Right? It's a play. They know this Jiva is playing the play of suffering and is needing the help in that play. So I came in this play to play the play that I am helping him. Then when he is helped, he comes out of this dream. He knows neither the disease was real, nor the doctor was real, nor the treatment was real. Think, think, and think, and think. Through the thinking only, we have jnanam. Jnana devatu kaivalyam. Only through the knowledge, there is a moksha. अब पता चल रहा है ना कल्पित उपाधियों से कितने जन्मों से तादात्म्य और क्या क्या कुकर्म हमने किया होगा. That we are one side suffering with the body, second not able to detach from it. Like children, you suffer because of them so much, you can't even detach also. Some stupid friends also, they cheat you, you suffer and you can't drop them. 10 साल हो गए फिर भी वो गधा याद आता है. That's why when you enter into deep Vedantic knowledge and acceptance of that knowledge and say everything is mithya, Brahman alone is real, will you have that much faith? Do your dharma, serve them. But why? Who told you to attach and suffer? And do all those things, doing a dharma and all, after first realizing the Brahman as reality. Because you need to have a strong support with which you won't get flooded out in this world, in this uh, धुंध में, आंधी में उड़ न जाए संसार का, the anchor is अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. एंड देन कहते जाओ अहम ब्रह्मास्मि, हम ना हम देवस्मि ना हम जीवोस्मि. कहते इससे सत्य है ना वो, समझो या ना समझो कहते जाओ. अब कोई लोग कहते हैं विदाउट बीइंग क्वालिफाइड, विदाउट डूइंग साधना, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि विल नॉट गिव एक्सपीरियंस. वी नो दैट. बट इन हम ब्रह्मास्मि मंत्रोयम कोटि दोषम निवारयेत करके भी इट इज सेड इन द शास्त्रास, नो केवलम तुर्य रूपोस्मि तुर्यातीतोस्मि केवलः. वी विल स्टडी ऑल दोस प्रकरणास ऑफ शंकर वंस तुलसी रामायण इज ओवर. वी टेक अप दैट अगेन. बोलो. Do that sadhana. Okay, relax. Therefore, make hay while sun shines brightly. Means when all health is good, that time instead of bhoga, understand tattva jnana. That alone will help you when things go wrong in upadhi level. उपाधि में कुछ भी होता है, मुझे नहीं होता. How many times we have देहान्यत्वात् न मे जन्म जराकार्षलयादयः शब्दादि विषये संगः निरिन्द्रियतया न च अमनस्त्वात् न मे दुःख रागद्वेष भयादयः. We have all studied all प्रकरण, बट सो रहे थे उस. आप जागृत हो जाओ. Start. Be in that good mood, good will. Yeah, it's happening. Even death will happen. That's why we told you 4 years back. Be ready for the death at this very moment. Then every pain, everything will be secondary. You know, be ready for the death. That's only solution. Because we want to live long only. That's why all problems come. We want to live. If the Lord gives the Ayurvedayam, lifespan, we will live 200 years. But from our side, nispruha, deha, jivana matre api spruha na asti yasya. That 4 words, बाप रे, चरत चरति निस्पृहः निर्ममः निरहंकारः, सब कुछ दे दिया भगवान शंकर. Exactly as through this Leela Upakhyanam, more than Leela Upakhyanam, it can be talked as Padma Upakhyanam or Leela Padma Upakhyanam. We are given everything. We have to be very alert. In the same way, if I don't realize myself like Padma, one life I will be king, Raja, another life another king, another life Brahmana. As a king I enjoy, as a king I will be attacked by the enemy. सब चलता ही रहता. Then who is that Raja Sindhu attacked? He is also projection only. That fear inside or the wrong things done inside, they express in the form of these enemies coming. They are more mystical things for you to understand. Now, in that angle, we will not discuss. After 10 years or maybe 8 years, we will study. Maybe when we finish the uh, Upashama Prakaranam. Now we are in Utpatti, na? After doing Sthiti and Upashama, as we enter into Nirvana, that time, fearlessly, we will discuss these thoughts. At that maturity level, we will be ready to grasp. Filhalto, now continuing through the story, understanding the Vedanta as told by Mother Saraswati. Let us see. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Namo Brahmadibhyo Yairime Gurumihi Purvam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Nidaye Sarva Vidyanam Shruti Smriti Purananam Om Vidita Akila Shastra Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Om श्री राम राम रामेति ब्रह्मानंदम परम सुखदम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. योग वासिष्ठ रामायण शास्त्राणाम आचार्येभ्यो नमः. रामाय नमः. वसिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेनस्मिन् क्षणेव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व अध्यात्म प्रगत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि रचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्र से पारायण अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः ओम यदा सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यवोः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः स्फुरन्ति यस्मादानन्दस्याम्बरेवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यो भासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यमेवं शाश्वतं प्रत्यब्रह्मरसायनं सुगनं पूर्णं परं भावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाधारमुपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम् तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते स्वजनहितकृते मायोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनव्रतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरविकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये श्रीरामचन्द्रपरब्रह्मणे नमः वसिष्ठादिभ्यो नमः श्रीयोगवासिष्ठमारामायण शास्त्रं तृतीयोत्पत्तिप्रकरणं लीलोपाख्याने वर्णसमनन्तर जीवदेह प्रतिभावर्णनं नाम द्वाविंशः सर्गः श्रीवशिष्ठोवाच प्रज्ञप्तिरुवाच ओके श्रीदेवी उवाच ओके from 26th shloka you have to catch very important listen पद्मस्तव सभर्तैष भ्रान्तिं तावत् ततामिमां यं जगन्मयी तस्मिन् एव सद्मनि पश्यति सो तव भर्ता पद्मः सः एव इमां भ्रान्तिं तस्मिन् एव सद्मनि जगन्मयीं भ्रान्तिं पश्यति so the jiva padma in that other brahmanda in that loka sorry in that antapura in that gruha in that akasha only he is seeing entire jaganmayim pashyati the entire viduratha raja related entire jagat is himself his ratha his upadhis his position as king the praja सब कुछ वो वहां अपने सपने में अपने भ्रांति में देख रहा है therefore भ्रांति युद्धमिदम युद्धम this yuddham is Bhranti Yuddham. But hands cut, legs cut, head cut, chariots broken, horses killed, elephants killed. Yes. Simple logic. In all of them, the Sadvastu is there or not? Yeah. Is the Sadvastu cut by weapons, burnt by the fire? No. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavaka, na chainam kledanti apa. So that self which is not cut by Astra Shastra, where is that in that whole thing? Everywhere. If everywhere that alone is there, then which is that which is getting cut to? That which is projected. Not real. So reality cannot be cut. Two realities can be. Something else is cut. That is not real. That body. That's how we have to become deep in this knowledge. While becoming deep in this knowledge, remember the gurus who are there in this knowledge so deep, thereby discarding the upadhis, establish the self. Don't remember the friends and enemies or relatives of your world who are so deeply attached to the upadhis, therefore they are not having this knowledge at all. Our problem is we compare our knowledge with the stupid worldly people, think they are more wise. So we leave our knowledge and take that stupidity as wisdom. It should be other end. We have to drop our ignorance and stupidity and own the knowledge of the gurus given by them, lived by them, lived by them. थोड़ा इसमें तो केयरफुल रहना पड़ेगा आज से कोशिश करोगे what my gurus told is real, not what my laghus told. That is why दुस्संग सत्संग सूर उसे कह रहे हैं. सतसंगति मुद मंगल मूला तेई फल सब सिद्धि साधन फूला. देखो देन भ्रांति युद्धम इदम युद्धम ऐसा भ्रांतिर्जन अजन. दिस राजा विदुरथ's friends और side people and the सिंधु वाले जो अजन है मीन्स एनिमीज है. all of them are भ्रांति. then भ्रांतिया एव अस्ति मरणम. this death also is भ्रांति only. ऐसा च एवं भ्रमात्मकः. this Viduratha Raja himself is Brahmatmaka. Then Brahmakramena Anena Brahmakramena Anena Eva Leela Asya Daita Stita. This Leela also is a part of that Brahma only. And Tamcha Esha Cha Vararohe. So you are also delusion. And this lady also and this king also Swapna Matram, like the Swapna only. He Varanane, He Varangane, to the best Anga Yukta Leela, all that is. Then which is real? Compared to Viduratha, Padma. Compared to Padma, the Brahmana. In that way, you go on, kahin bhi jao, finally, all are unreal. Brahma Tattva alone is real. देखो, daily our Gurus and Lord is pumping us with this Brahma Vidya. And we are subconsciously receiving more, subconsciously. Consciously, our ego is blocking it, hesitating. Because this ego still has fears of the Upadhi Dehadi and attachments to the beings around. वो मजा और भी उनको चाहिए है और मिल रहा है और भूल रहा है कि उस मजा में ही सजा है. और हमारा बाजा भी बज रहा है उसी में. That day when I understand that more than maja there is saja in this world, then I detach from it. When I detach, the knowledge given by the gurus that you are Brahman is so clear, so obvious. बेचारे उनको इतना चिल्ला चिल्ला के बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. It is a fact. You are Brahman, you are a Sakshi. You alone are there. All these are never there. देखो ब्रह्मा है, ब्रह्म से अलग एक ईगो आया है. This ego is identified with the upadhis, suffering. Now this ego have to pull itself from the upadhis and realize itself to be a Brahma. That ego के ऊपर focus करो. अहम अहम जी दियो देहोस्मि, एक थप्पड़ देना अपने आप. जीवोस्मि, नो ब्रह्मास्मि. वो अनसे साइलेंटली अपने अंदर हो जाएगा एक दिन. हाँ. And while doing sadhana, some of the prarabdhas have to get exhausted, so they are given. Let them go. Once they are emptied, no? Like once the injection is given, it is very painful, but with the injection, when the disease goes away, you can dance, no? Ecstasy. I tell you another example which we spoke to you 14 days back, I remember, 13, 14. The jiva who leaves the body feels so relieved and relaxed because नहाने की जरूरत नहीं है, टॉयलेट जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, इसको बीमारी होता है प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, डिसीज प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ओल्ड एज प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. That is a freedom he feels. But that Gadha, because he has done so much nonsense and has so many of the Papa Punya collected, he is again pushed into the Sharira. नहीं नहीं चाहिए मुझे, तेरे को नहीं चाहिए क्या, यू हैव टू गो थ्रू ऑल दैट. तो मैं क्या करूं, अगले जन्म वहां जन्म मिलेगा ना, तब केवल हम ब्रह्मास्मि के लिए जियो. डोंट से हम देवस्मि हम जीवस्मि एंड आई नीड मानसिक शारीरिक भोग, ऐसा मांगेगा फिर से तेरे को ऐसे ही एक के बाद एक शरीर में डाल के पिटाई करेंगे. Then okay, that's why every jiva in the stomach, he feels that let me come out of this body, this womb, and let me realize Brahman such a way that I won't be born again as jiva go through this narak. But Bechara when he is born, he is all around people there, giving him so much love, attachment, care, etc. उसको फिर से वो अच्छा लगने लगता. Like when you are in the class, you feel like really यार उपाधियों को छोड़कर हम ब्रह्मास्मि सीखना है. Definitely you will feel, and I also feel. But see, the moment the class is over, how unconsciously in a few minutes of time, whole Brahma Vidya we send back in the kitab, and we take up all the things and beings around, and we start enjoying. Again, we remember spirituality only when you are deceased, when you are pained, when somebody cheats us. तब जाकर देवदास बन के भगवान को याद रखते. सुख में स्मरण नहीं करते कोई, दुख में सब कर रहे हैं. सुख में करो और करते रहो. And learn from morning class Gita. Let everything happen to Sharira. It's a prarabdha. That shows how much papa we have done. Not only to you, you will see in this country now, there are hundreds of great saints of great order. But other side, you see how much pain they are suffering of the body. किसी को किडनी को खराब है, किसी को लिवर खराब है, किसी को दिल का दौरा. They are all Sharira prarabdhas because of when they were not in the Jnana Sthiti, whatever the karma they have done, uska फल हो रहा है. But now difference between them and this, they have realized the prarabdha of the body, they are watching it. We have not yet realized the self. So the prarabdha of the deha we are taking as ours. Till that expected vairagya comes, the Bhagavan goes on giving that dukkha. अब इतना दुख देते हैं कि ये शरीर चाहिए नहीं मुझे. Till that point comes, he gives dukkha. That is the love of God for his devotee. That is the love of the gurus for the disciple. Because जब लातों का भूत बातों से नहीं मानता, लात मारना पड़ेगा. When इतना अच्छा बताया, you just listen to Vedanta, you do the Brahma Jnana, you have never done it. Always Dehosmi, Jeevosmi, and everybody around me are my people and attached to them. So when with words good you didn't listen, then he will give that pain also for you to learn. Whether Lord gives that pain or your prarabdha, pain means it is to the upadhi. You should understand that, become nirupadhika. That's it. अब बात को कम से कम बना के भी समझ लो अगर अकल है तो. Then go through this. Every jiva has to go through. And you can have pain, but you need not suffer. They're all happening to the Sharira. I am a Sakshi. Upanishads told, Gurus told, I am something other than the Deha. May I realize that? May I realize that? That way, intense faith. Either Dehosmi, thought, giving so much of dukkha, immediately yahan se Ham Brahmasmi. Like Raja Sindhu shoots the Nagastra, then Vidurata shoots the Garudastra. He shoots the Rakshasastra, he shoots the Narayanastra. Isn't it? So, our earlier ignorance, earlier dushkarma, making identify with the body, giving the result of pain. Either say, the knowledge again given by the same God and Guru, use it as the arrow. ये युद्ध चलता रहेगा जब तक जीत होगी. हाँ, everybody will go through. Nobody is unique in this world. Somebody goes physically through pain, somebody mentally goes through pain, somebody pain because of wife or husband, children. He is healthy, but his wife is in the hospital from 6 years. He is also equally suffering. Physically, he is not suffering, but he is suffering mentally. The mental again is more terrible than physical. Better we suffer physically and get exhausted of all problems. मन को शांत रखो, मन को भगवान नाम में रखो, तत्व चिंतन रखो. जो हो रहा है होने दो उसको. Like your children, once they don't listen to you, करने दो गधे को कुछ भी. Don't you leave it and watch your TV? You have to do it, otherwise you will suffer. So too this body goes through. You give treatment, you give everything. Still it has its own prarabdha. So just watch it. Relax. And everything is sadhana, continuous. This is all we are explaining as a explanation to this word. Ki Bhrantyaivastiha maranam esha cha evam brahmatmaka. Even death also is Bhranti. This being a Viduratha also is a Bhranti. Only Aham Vritti with its ignorance, getting all these through Upadhis, through its projections. And what will be told to us in next 3-4 slokas is that Brahman is all pervading, with him the Shakti is also all pervading. That Shakti, in whatever the way it is, instigated through Sankalpa, that gets expressed. Ha ha, beautiful thought. Next, Brahmakramena Leelasya Daita Stita. This Leela also is part of Brahma. Tamcha Esha, you are also Brahma. Then this entire world is Brahma. Swapna Matram Varangane. ये वरारोहे ये वरांगने तमचा एषा च स्वप्न मात्रम. You, so what are the things that have come in the Brahma? You as a Leela, that Leela, Vidurata, this Rajya, this Yuddha, this Varna, this entire setup is Mithya only. They are all being projected by Raja Padma there in that kingdom, in that palace, in that room. And he also is not real. Don't conclude. Brahman alone is real. So, yatha bhavatyapetasya swapnamatravaraangane तथा भवत्योर्भर्तैषः तथैवाहमपि स्वयं. See, यथा भवति आपेतस्य स्वप्नमात्रं वरांगने. So this all is swapna for your bharta there, the jiva who left, called a Padmaraja. Same way, तथा भवत्योर भर्ता एषा. To you, this bharta also is a delusion. To you, this woman, other Leela also is Mithya, and you yourself are Mithya, because Brahman alone is real. Tata eva aham api swayam. Even I am also Mithya to you. I am to myself, not Mithya, because I realize myself. Then I, with this Karana of teaching to you, I took this form. Therefore, I am in Vidyamaya. I have projected myself. And then Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. है ना यदा यदा धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजामि परित्राणाय साधनां सृजामि मीन्स आई प्रोजेक्ट myself परित्राणाय साधनां विनाशाय दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनाय संभवामि धर्म संस्थापना. So I am Sambhavami. I am already real self. Sambhavami came to teach you. That facility is there for jivas to utilize it. Why you question about it at the highest question level? Then Saraswati Mata will also be not there. She is there, utilize it. Rise above to that level where even Saraswati Mata is your own self. There is nobody other than you. Everything Dvaita is Mithya. Even it is Dvaita between Bhagavan and Bhakta, Guru and Shishya. Finally, it's Mithya because when Parabrahma Paramatma is Ekamevadhyam Brahma, and if it is the truth, then every Dvaita has to be Mithya only. It is very simple, khatakat, everything. If you have sharp intellect, dhanadan catch karte jao. Our intellect is 2%, emotion is 60%, and 38% is उपाधि दादा. है ना? एक तरफ सबर करते हुए भी दूसरी तरफ when that beautiful sweet meat of ब्रह्म तत्व the gurus are showing it, हमको वो चाहते हैं, फिर भी यहाँ दवा दारू रखा है ना, वो फिर हमको ये भी चाहिए, the worldly भोग. पागल है हम इस तरह. है करके we have to realize. There is nothing called insult when it is said like that. When it's nothing called finding the fault or humiliating. No. The facts are told when we are going wrong. Is doctor insulting us when he is diagnosing our disease and saying, "Kaisa aisa hua kyunki tumne ye khaya nahi khaya?" It's not insult. He is finding the facts and telling, "Why you are suffering? This is the reason." You have to come out of that. Be intellectual. Be ज्ञानी. Don't be sentimental, emotional. मुझे ये ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? तुम खुद ही go that बुद्धू हो. That is not real. You are Brahman. Objectify that ego. And like this ego who is speaking should be objectified. I am the consciousness in whose presence here is one play going on as speaker, another play going on as listener. ये नाटक चल रहा है बस इसमें. Brahman alone is real. ऐसा when we dissociate with ahankara, then sadhana is happening. By the way, okay. Then jagatcho bhaivayad drushiyam drishyame tadi hochyate. See, there's a Both the jagats are drishya only. The Vidurata jagat drishya. Then Padma jagat also drishya. To whom the drashta, let us conclude it at the level of the Brahmana Vaashishtha. When these drishyas are mithya, the drashta also is mithya. Then who are you? I am substratum who is other than drashta, drishya, projected first for the entertainment, but it has to end at the time it is giving the pain. Why it is giving the pain? Because at the time of its projection, you took it as a reality. अब शुरू से कहते जाओ इमेजिन स्टेट एक दोस्त आया जिंदगी में ये दोस्त नहीं है मिथ्या है फर्स्ट थॉट यू स्टार्टेड you live with him 100 years with the same thought. You will go through everything, but when that fellow cheats or leaves and goes, you will not suffer because you already told, hey, mithya hai. Which is a fact. Other than Brahman, everything is mithya. डरते हैं हम इस साधना को करने को, बट इसी में सॉल्यूशन है. And the other one, इतने चाव से पकड़ के रखते हैं all attachments and all, and every nonsensical dukkha is there in that wretched thing only. And who is what, objects, people, and everything bakwas hai. This whole Upadhi himself bakwas hai wo. What are you talking? Nonsense. Brahman alone is real. That's it. Unless we ruthlessly accept that, not sentimentally, emotionally. अब करे क्या स्वामी जी डेली बोल रहे मैं ब्रह्म हूँ मेरे को मानने को होता नहीं लेकिन बेचारा वो दुखी होंगे उनके वास्ते कर रहा हूँ. See? I just don't want to take medicine, but doctor keeps a frowning face. For उनके आत्म शांति के लिए I take medicine. Hurry on, this is not the attitude. You have to roar like a lion. The gurus are so strongly telling before they kick us and leave us away, let us follow them and make use of it. एक बार वो हमें छोड़ के जाते हैं ना फिर आएंगे ना जिंदगी में सफर कर. यदा बहन कितने बार बोला भाई, you never listen to me. Such a sweet Brahma Vidya I gave, you reject it. That's why to the whole worldly people, how much they suffer, the Guru God will not come. Because they kicked the Guru and God kicked them, because those fellows were taught this Brahma Vidya in one of the life, they neglected. And now with their punya, they are enjoying, with their papa, they are suffering. They are in samsara, they are not spiritual. Somehow we, at this period of our life, got the spirituality in our life's journey. इसको पकड़ के रखो, use करो, then we can in fact go out of this path of samsara and enter into moksha marga and reach out. नहीं है तो for us also it will be like that. नहीं, I don't understand Brahma Vidya, I don't even believe in Gurus, Devata Upasana, that in spite of all my Upasana, still I am having body pains, still I am having that dukkha, this dukkha. Then if you leave the God, you will suffer more. Because you will commit more sin, etc. First sin is Dehosmi. अब उसके बाद सब कुछ sin ही है. First sin is Jeevosmi. After that, how can anything else be merit? मजेदार बात. In this way, यथा भवति भवत्यापेत जगच्चोभवैव जगच्च उभैव उभय एव ईदृशी यम दृश्यमेतदिहोच्यते. हा हा एतदेव परिज्ञानम. When this wonderful knowledge is subtly understood, drishya shabda artham uchyate. Drishya shabda and drishya artha are devalued from the heart. When they are devalued, there is no drashta. When drashta drishya not there, what is their druk swarupa? In that druk swarupa Brahman, there is no janma jara roga mrityu. Wow, dekho. So what is the purpose of these stories told so far of Leelopakhyanam? The entire drishya jagat is mithya. When drishya is mithya, what is the position of drashta then? Is he real or what? He is also mithya only. When both are mithya, then on whom they were projected, that is satya. That we have to realize on the seat of meditation. By rejecting drishya, by rejecting drashta. And in the drashta, sarupa, sachidananda, paramatma, whatever the problems that are there of the upadhis, they are never there. Stay in that zone. Don't come to this problematic zone. अब सुनते रहो, सोचते रहो, समझते रहो, करते रहो, पहुंचते रहो, बस सबके लिए, टू यू एंड टू मी टू। नेक्स्ट, एवमेषा त्वमेषा च सम्पन्नैवमसौ नृपः अहं चात्मनि सत्यत्वं गता सर्वतयात्मनः. So in total, the entire story of Padma and Vidurata is a mithya to you. And you and the other Leela, the entire kingdom is again mithya to that Raja. अरे तुमको मिथ्या हो या उसके लिए मिथ्या हो, तो तुम वो भी मिथ्या ही है. Therefore it is mithya. Hold on to the word mithya. Don't say whose delusion. It is delusion, that's it. किसका है तो क्या है, बेवकूफी जिसके है तो क्या है, जिसका है वो भी बेवकूफी है. The person whose delusion it is, he is also deluded, delusion only. This is the subtle thought which we wanted to discuss today, as we said yesterday. Because Leela took herself to be real, and in her projection, all this she took as real. And she is going on pursuing that. Then, to some extent, the other world is delusion, it is told. But more importantly, you as an individual Jiva with Upadhis, you are the first mistake. जैसे मई एंड मोर, उसके बाद ही तोर एंड तय आ जाता है. फर्स्ट मैं, ये है फर्स्ट सबसे पहला प्रॉब्लम. On Brahman, with its Maya Shakti projected, identified the projected that Brahman only playing the play as Jiva, now suffering. So I am with Upadhi Jiva suffering. I am without Upadhi Brahman free from suffering. कितने बार हमने देखा इवनिंग क्लास में, ब्रह्मन विद उपाधि जीवा, जीवा विदाउट उपाधि ब्रह्मन. फिर भी हमको उपाधि छोड़ने को डर लगता, हमको लगता है विदाउट उपाधि आई कैन नॉट एग्जिस्ट. अरे योर प्योर एग्जिस्टेंस ऑन विच दीज एग्जिस्टेंस लेस उपाधिज आर प्रोजेक्टेड. दिस इज हायर ट्रूथ, इसको डाइजेस्ट करना. दैट इज व्हाई ब्रह्म विद्या अलोन इज द मोक्ष गिवर फ्रॉम दिस स्टैंड पॉइंट. समझ में आ गया ना? देन एवं एषा त्वम एषा च संपन्ना एवं असौ नृपः. Even this Raja also a mithya for you. You are mithya for him. What about you, Saraswati Mata? Aham cha atmani satyatvam gata. I am pure Brahman. I have my own self-knowledge. And I am all pervading. Therefore, I am not that way mithya because I realize the self. Expressing as Saraswati Mata is using my Shakti for a purpose. And this also, you can call it as avatara to respect it. If you call Saraswati Mata also as mithya, then you are pulling her down to the Jiva level. And like Mother Saraswati is an avatara, in that way, you cannot put the Jiva as an avatara, so you will never do sadhana. There is a difference between a realized person coming as an avatara and a Jiva is expressing his mithya upadhis. फर्क है ना? Don't call Jiva as an avatara. Don't call the Paramatma expressions avatara as mithya. Then sadhana में गड़बड़ हो जाता. So is Saraswati Mata mithya? No. What is it? The reality through the power expressing as that avatar. That respect is maintained. Then is this Leela and Vidurata or Padma, they are the avatars. Avatar ke buddhu log with ignorance as an ego, they are projecting with their own from the mind, their whims and fancies, and again they are getting materialized. That's it. And how they are materialized already said. And it will be told in the immediate next shloka only. That all pervading Brahman has all power everywhere, ever, wherever, wherever, whatever, Sankalpa is done, accordingly that gets manifested. That's why Sankalpa Prabhavan Kaman Tyaktva, Gita also, Dhyaito Vishayan Pumsaha. Stop all the Sankalpa, the whole world is gone. You are one with reality. That Sankalpa doing the mind, and with the mind, the Sankalpa doing the ego, and supporting both of them, the Man, Buddhi, and behind them, the Vasanas, ये सारे मिलकर एकजुट होकर अपोजिशन पार्टी, रूलिंग पार्टी थी ब्राह्मण को तंग करने का कोशिश कर रहे. याद रखना इस बात को. Think, listen. Sometime it will click to us. It's happening inside already, but suddenly it doesn't appear. I know when our ego is totally surrendered at the feet of the Lord because of our inability to understand, that time the Lord starts giving sparks. In 2, 3 classes only, if you understand, with your ego personality, you say that मैं समझ गया, then you reject again Brahman there. That's why in the world, everything you achieve, in spirituality, everything, by God's grace it is achieved. And everything achieved in the world is a mistake only. Because the world itself is not real. आध्यात्मिकता में केवल देखो मॉर्निंग क्लास द 2 examples for a thirsty person or head burning person, no way other than water. For a hungry person, no way other than the food. In the same way, without Guru Krupa, Brahma Vidya will not give Anubhuti. Didn't we study morning class? Guru Krupam Vina Brahma Vidya na prapyate. Brahma Anubhuti na prapyate. Guru God. So, दोनों ऐसे देवे पराभक्ति यथा देवे तथा गुण. Now, here I told you, O Leela, you are Mithya. Therefore, to you, the entire Raja Ityadi are Mithya. So, too, the Raja is Mithya. To him, every Janma and every position and every relations, they are also Mithya. Then, everything is Mithya? Yeah, that's what we are saying. Then, what is reality? Brahman alone. Then, through these stories, how from one life to the other, from one Sankalpa to the other, we transfer that all is depicted. Though all that is happening in Mithya only. Because reality is not changing. How, without changing reality, these things are happening and making us believe as if they are real? That is the power of your own developed delusion, your own valued delusion, which at the total level is called as Maya. है ना? जब बाहर की चीजें जो हमको समझ में नहीं आते हैं उस समय we have to use the word Maya. It is Ishvara Maya. And inside when we are suffering, we have to say it is our avidya and we have to come out of it. Don't try to remove the Maya and maintain the Vidya. Remove the Avidya and Maya क्या है? Surrender to Ishvara मामेव प्रपद्यन्ते और माया कुछ करती नहीं. It won't touch the one who has surrendered to the Lord, the Maya. But that person has to work out his own avidya through Vidya. So Vidya is theoretical knowledge that Aham Brahmasmi and its practice. Avidya is theoretical knowledge that Aham Jivosmi, theoretical delusion that Aham Jivosmi, Dehosmi and that practice. That's called as avidya. And that's what we are doing. We are taught that only. You know, in that Hiranyakashipu's entire kingdom, all Rakshasa children, they're all taught only Dehosmi cheese only, Bhogosmi cheese only. And our Hiranyakashipu alone is the Lord, there is no other Lord. The whole education system was like that in that Hiranyakashipu's kingdom. कौन है भगवान? हिरण्यकशिपु. तो जीवन का लक्ष्य क्या है? खाओ पियो मौज करो. देन उसके लिए चीजें चाहिए ना, यस. कहाँ से कमाए? बोलो क्या कमाए? मारो पीटो काटो. That's how the Rakshasa Dharma. That is what taught there. Exactly in the entire world, on the name of education, we are only taught avidya. But can I say this boldly to the education ministry, to the government? Isn't it? I can't say, I should not, I will not. I tell you, the seekers. We are all. Should know that. Why? Because साविद्याया विमुक्त है. वो जो मुक्ति देती है उसको विद्या कहते हैं. सारा तो अविद्या बंधन ही दे रहा है हमको. Is it like medical knowledge? Is it a vidya? Both the doctor and patient remaining only aham devasmi level. Is it from the higher standpoint? Think about it. Even the doctor also will have, if not disease, other disease. Even if not disease, become old. Senility will come. He cannot hold stethoscope at the age of 95. He cannot read the, what do you call, X-ray report. He cannot write prescription. The great doctor who cured 10 lakhs of people in his life now cannot cure himself. अब देखो भैया कहाँ भटक रहे हम. कौन सी किताबें पढ़ रहे हैं, कौन से सिनेमा देख रहे हैं, किन लोगों से मिल रहे हैं, क्या बातें कर रहे हैं. In all of that avidya only is there. Then its consequence is bondage. They were whom to meet, only saints and sages. Which books to study, only Vedanta. What thoughts to entertain, only Aham Brahmasmi. What sadhanas to be done, the sadhana of Nivrutti, Sakshi Bhava, etc. But very tough. No, when you start doing it, start become easier. And when it starts giving the result. I told you the other day, some 19 days back, in the business also, first you invest. For 2 years, you are still taking little loans only. Third year, you reduce taking the loan. फोर्थ ईयर चुकता करना शुरू होता है. 8 साल में लोन खत्म होता है. फ्रॉम द 10th ईयर यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग लिटिल प्रॉफिट्स. Then after 25 years, oh super, you get only the profits now. All loans are cleared, very good salaries are being provided to workers, and more branches are opened. What is the meaning of new branch opened? Means the profits are more. Then only you can afford to open the new branch. In the same way, spirituality may, those few years it will take for us to settle in these sadhanas. Once you settle, it's only profit, profit, profit. That's how the Mahatmas are living the life whose feet we go and touch. What is the difference in them and us? Looking wise, they are also Sharira and all. Them, they have done this practice and they are reached to that stage. Aham Brahmas. That's why we touch their feet. They stand on that Brahma Vidya. Therefore, other than Chidakasha Brahman, everything is Mithya. That Chidakasha Brahman in your heart, you realize. That happens only when you sit for meditation. But to be able to sit for meditation, all that Rajo Tamo Guna you have to remove. And that you do through the Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and all of that for some lives. पहले रोड मैप समझो, गोल समझो, फिर जहां से निकलना है निकलो, जैसे जाना है वैसे जाओ. राइट. एवमेषा त्वमेषा च संपन्न इव मसो नृपः अहम च आत्मनि सत्यत्वं गता सर्वतया आत्मनः. I am all pervading Atman. I am reality. So I took this form to bless you. That's it. Therefore, I am not Mithya. My expressions are avatara. Okay. Then continuation. Little sublime knowledge. Ime vayam iha anyonyam sampannaha chodita iti ittam sarvatmakataya mahachidgana samstite. है ना. इमे वयम इह अन्योन्यम संपन्नाः च उदिता इति. In fact, from that pure consciousness only, I came, I am the teacher. You came, you are the student. This Raja came, he is also student. This another Leela came. Came, all of us are from the Brahman only, but I have realized I am Brahman, you have not yet realized. Therefore, you are with the Upadhis in that delusion, continuing that wrong journey. You come to this journey. Iti sarvatmakataya mahachidghana samstite. Mahachidghana only, which is Sarvatma. So all pervading solid mass of your conscious self. In that, because of the Chit Maya Shakti, anything anywhere Sankalpita, that is getting projected. Hana? Then whose Maya it is? When you say whose Maya, you have to say Samashti Brahma's Maya. With that Mayas, that Brahma is called a Parabrahma is called a Ishvara. है ना. बिफोर दैट यू सॉर्ट आउट योर ओन उपाधि तादाद में. पहले इसको करो, अपने घर को साफ करो पहले. नाउ इन द नेक्स्ट पोर्शन सी दिस लीला इज ऑल्सो मिथ्या. कहने से पहले इन 4 श्लोकास all the beauty, decency of that Leela is described. To test whether this Leela will have a natural women nature of jealousy. है ना. इतना खूबसूरत डिस्क्राइब करती है उस लीला को. While listening, talking to that, watching at this लीला, अगर जेलसी फील कर रही है, उसके अंदर फिर भी देहोस्मी संस्कार है. Whereas while describing all the beauty, the Mother Saraswati already showing that this that most beautiful lady is already dead now. With this dead, she cannot contest in the beauty pageant, geegent, whatever called. She cannot. She is dead. 4 घंटे के बाद नहीं निकालोगे तो सड़ जाएगी वो. Like that, every beauty of everybody in this world. You also are Miss World or Mr. World few lives back, but not now. Nothing remains permanent because nothing is real. That is Maya. One side it is projecting beautiful world, second side deluding our intellect to understand that beauty as if real. Reality alone is real. Then it is our subtle intellect which understands that माया से प्रोजेक्टेड इस जगत में इतनी ब्यूटी है तो माया के अतीत परमात्मा में कितना ब्यूटी आनंद होगा. That one intellect has to understand. That's why it is satyam, बाकी सब असत्यम है. That is शिवम, बाकी सब अशिवम है, शवम है. That is sundaram, बाकी everything else is bandaram. Not sundar only. Only Paramatma is satyam, shivam, sundaram. Tomorrow we will see this description. Then slowly, this sarga, I feel, give me that time to revel in trying to explain as much as I can understand. It may help you also. है ना? And when you even little value this class, and 5 minutes of manana you do, I'm sure at the time of your sleep or midnight or early morning, few thoughts of this text will click to you. That is the blessings you are receiving by your desirability of listening and mananam. 2 मिनट भी देर रात या सुबह उठकर अच्छा all these jagat of rupanama are mithya like the waves and bubbles on the consciousness called as the oceanic water. So I am that consciousness. I am that oceanic water. I am not the waves. Do sometime that sadhana. उसको बढ़ाते जाओ बढ़ाते जाओ बढ़ाते जाओ. वही करना है. Theory we are talking so much, expecting you to do the practice at home. Or let us all go to an ashram, stay 10 years and only do one thing. One class पढ़ाई, बाकी सब दिन भर साधना. अब करना है तो कर लो वो भी. Who can stop? This much we stop today. Om Purnamadaha Bol Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Vaashishtha Bhagavan ki Jai. Saraswati Maiya ki Jai. Sabhu Santana ki Jai. Hum. Rama. Let us study Tulsi Ramayana.